Now, how are you doing, everyone? Today is a special day because today I'm going to try and become a lot more greener in my use of power and electric. As you know, I do a lot of things and a lot of things are getting consumed by electric, and the bills are adding up and it's just getting a little out of hand, today's electric prices. So I thought I'm going to look into some green options, and EcoFlow very kindly sent over their brand new to the UK, the EcoStream. Now this is a whole series of everything if you want to get solar power and battery power backup for your house. But there's a one special thing about it. You don't have to get it installed and pay absolute fortunes. This system is literally plug and play. These are the battery units. You've got solar panels there. Basically, you plug them into your plug sockets and that's it. Mixed up with EcoFlow's new app and the software and the smart plugs, that's all you need. You don't need a whole big installation. Let's tell you a bit more. So like I mentioned, EcoFlow kindly sent over a few little items for us to get started. So let's just talk you through what I've got. I've got a Stream Ultra, I've got a Stream AC Pro, and I've got two 450 watt solar panels. Now this is a great little system because it runs on your power, so you plug it into the system, and like I mentioned before, like along with the app and some smart plugs and a smart meter, it just works all out how much power you need through the day. It charges it through the night. So you're actually getting, you're using the cheap electric to kind of power up these batteries, and then through your evening time when the power starts to get used up, these batteries kick in and give you that power. And again, coupled with solar panels, you can get some free electric as well by getting the power from the solar and filling these batteries up through the day when it's great weather like this. So I'll give you a little backstory of where I'm coming from. So for a while I've wanted to have solar panels on the roof. 3 companies have kind of just brushed us aside. I mean, it's an awkward little thing. This is one. Awkward roofs. I'm south facing, but the small roofs and the little roofs, first company said, oh no, we can't do that, we use 2 bigger solar panels. The next company looked and then realized, because it's not like a listed building, but there's about 5 or 6 houses on this street, just the 5 or 6. I mean, the street goes up for a lot longer and there's plastic windows and everything, but it's classed as a conservation area. So Sunderland Council, South Tyneside Council is pretty strict on what you can't have. Double glazing, you've got to have proper wood single pane windows and everything like that. So it's a little bit awkward. So another company, no. Then I went to one of the big, it's actually our energy supplier, which is Octopus Energy. No, never heard back from them. So it's been like an uphill struggle trying to get something put on there. Then, like I say, EcoFlow reached out to us. This system just seems fine. Now it was devised from, they've had it in Europe for a couple of years, I think, where you can hang solar panels if you're in like a balcony, if you're in some flats, or you're actually renting and you can't put solar panels on the roof. This has been devised so you can hang solar panels off your balcony. Just hang them off there and grab the sun with one of these batteries on your porch, and you can pack it up and take it away if you change location. So when I found out about this and I looked into it, it was just such an exciting prospect that it's simply plugging in, put them where I like. I could even put them, I mean, I don't know if you can kind of see up there, the sun stays up there all the time. It's a lovely hot spot up there. I could have them just on that wall or just pitched on an angle on that wall. So the options are just unlimited. So how does it work? Well, it's basically like any solar system with battery backup, except for it can plug into a UK socket. So you've got your solar panels and you can kind of leave them, get them working in the sunshine. The power goes into this. This is the Stream Ultra. As you can see on the back, it's actually got the connections there to join up your solar panels. Now there's different units. I think there's about 4 units. I've got the Ultra, and down there is the AC Pro. Now that's basically just like one big battery. There's no connections of solar panels, but it works in conjunction with the Ultra. Once you've got the app signed up and you've got the smart meter installed and the smart plugs, which all work together, you can have these units dotted around the house. Now it all depends how many solar panels you want. Like I say, this is the daddy of them, and it connects the solar panels. If you want just to have battery backup, you can go down that route, or you can mix and match. And like I say, you can have these, you can even have these outside, as long as they're plugged into a socket. You know, the waterproof, they can just stand the weathers. Yes, they might need like a little bit of a cover on, but getting that cheap electric, filling this full of like cheap electric, and then using it through the day or through the night when you need it, it's just an amazing idea. So this is the AC Pro back view, and as you can see, there is no connectors down there. It's basically like a storage backup, you know, but it's got the same features on the top. So you've got this where you can kind of link it to different ones, and actually it comes with, or the like you get, you know, if you buy a certain kit, you get this cable which can link in like a series of piggyback. You've got the 2 plugs, an on-off switch, and again going plugging into the wall. And like I say, you can just link these up. Now they've got what I like about this whole system is they've got, you know, you can jump in wherever you want. You know, you can buy the Ultra with one of these units and then, you know, advance from there, or you can get, they've got a micro converter which basically you can plug into the wall again and just have solar panels. So you can just try that part first, or you could get one of these AC Pros, and basically you can, it will be just like a storage battery to any balcony, you know, solar system that you've got. You know what I mean? It's compatible with all balcony solar systems, you know, out there in the wild. So just keep on adding these as battery backups. So this coffee unit this is my pride and joy, and it comes on at 5:30 in the morning, goes off at 7:45. That costs a lot of money to run that. Now with one of these coffee units, you've got to like wait till it builds up the heat. You know, you can't just like a kettle off and on. So having something where it's battery backed, so it's got the power of the battery that's being charged through the night, that's going to make that like almost like free electric. You know, yes, if you know, in the winter, the UK, northern UK, not as sunny as you'd like. Now with this Ultra, there's actually a micro converter built in to this machine. This is why this is the top of the range one. So it can take, you know, you don't have to have a micro converter then going into like your little breaker. It's all done from this, so it doesn't have to kind of connect to your main motherboard breaker unit, straight into like a UK plug. Now the neat thing about this as well is it's got something in called islanding protection. So if it's drawn solar from the sun and there's a power failure, your power goes off, you're drawn, but there's someone, you know, there's a technician working on the line further up your street. This islanding protection has got that in where it will shut down as well. So that's what, you don't need to go through your house breaker switch, you know, like your safety breaker. It's all just done from this and from a UK plug. So I'll just go through what we've got on the back. This is the Ultra. We've got the power. Now this is where you can kind of daisy chain more units up. You know, you plug them in there, you plug them in another one, and then you just continue going. We've got 2. Now, like I say, these are like the UK design, so wherever you're in the world, it'll be your specific plug. But we've got 2 of them, and then this one there, there's an off on, AC off on button, and then this is the plug that goes straight to your wall socket as well. And then like I say, at the bottom we've got a heat sink there, and then at the bottom this is where you can connect your solar panels. Like I mentioned, this is like the granddaddy of them all, and there's a few different units, so this can connect the most solar panels. And I mean, this is the one to start off. If you're going to get one, this is the one you'll kind of need really if you're putting a couple of solar panels in. Now, I'm lucky enough, my daughter's partner is an electrician, but you don't need to be an electrician to kind of start you off on this journey. Like I say, it is all just plug and play, you know, there's nothing really to do there. You just plug them into the sockets, download, and I'll show you, you download the app, and then there's some smart plugs and the actual smart meter as well. Now, the way to take full advantage of it is when you've got like the smart meter from, say, Octopus Energy, and then you kind of you choose your correct tariff. And this is where, because at the moment, for me personally, I'm on like the most expensive tariff because we haven't got the smart meter fixed. That's getting done soon, so that's one of the kind of benefits. You don't need an electrician, you can just do it yourself. And then nice thing as well, you know, you're not like an upfront cost of, you know, solar panels, and so like you're getting a system in that could be up to like 15 to 20,000 pounds. That's a lot of outlay straight away. This is, it grows with you, so you can just kind of get one of these, see how you go, see if it works, build up, get another one, pop another one in a different room, just keep on adding, you know, so it grows with you. I think the cool thing about this as well is if you have a bit like me where you haven't got room or you haven't even got a garden, these units, these stream units, can do the job. You know, yes, it's nice to have the solar, you know, like the free electric coming in, but you know, if you've got like a smart meter, and I'm just going to quote like say Octopus Energy, their tariffs, you've got Agile, I think you've got one called Go, there's a couple of them where it really makes a difference for you to be on these tariffs and then getting one of these and using the cheap tariff, you know, because the EcoFlow app knows when that cheap tariff is. It fills these batteries up with that cheap power, and then that's it. It just automatically, when you want it, you've got a smart plug that's attached to the wall, which is attached to one of your appliances. When you call for that, the battery gives the power. So what I'm aiming to do actually is, you know, over kind of a few episodes of my journey to kind of, honestly, hopefully cutting our bills down, is to build up some of these units in. Maybe, you know, that might be enough for me for solar. Like I say, you can see there, it's like from that chimney to there is part of my roof, but that's north facing. The front's a little bit awkward, but there's certainly, I've got options, you know. So, but going on a different tariff and building this up, and like I say, over in the next, you know, month or two, I'm going to do some updates where my journey to kind of getting the price down, getting the bills down. And again, thanks to EcoFlow for sending this out. But what we'll do now is I'll show you how to kind of go on and how to kind of set it up. So this is what you get with the Ultra. When you get like an AC Pro, you just get the unit itself, but with the Ultra, like I say, it's got the connectors on the bottom. You actually get the cables as well. So all these cables are in. You get this nice little tool there, which is like a cheat to get these cables off, because once these cables are on, you know, they're on. It's kind of, there's power going in, you need them secure. You also get a little bracket to fix it to the wall if you want. You don't want to get it knocked, you can kind of, if it's in a room, you can fix it to the wall, a bit like a wardrobe, you know. It's got them little brackets on, so that's what comes in that. And they all get these, each unit, but only the Ultra has the cables. So the beauty as well about the solar and about this plug and play is you can move stuff around, so you don't have to, like, you know, like once your kind of solar's up there, it's up there, you could kind of forget about it. But if you're living somewhere where you'll be moving in a year or something like that, you can pick it up and move it around. So this is my solar panels at the moment, and I've just got them propped up against this wall, because I say this, so over there is south facing. So if, I mean, this is, I've got them, just emptied them out the box, and you don't, I mean, these are, I'm 6'3", you know what I mean? These are big old, but the power that they can generate, that would be fantastic, you know what I mean? that'll go such a long way to reducing my bills. But let's say you had one of these just over your balcony of your house, or you had it, you know, like a room rented. You take it with you. Do you know what I mean? You move your little battery unit, you take it with you. So it's a great, I just love that idea. Because I think everyone should be, you know, given the chance to get solar and to get cheaper power today. So basically what you've got to do, you download the Flow, whichever, you know, if you're on Apple or if you're on an Android phone, download it, and then what you've got to do is systematically go through every unit that you've got, plug everything and put it into the app. So we'll do that now. So I'm hoping there's a little bit of power on this, and you can see there's a light. It's hard to see in this, you know, we'll probably go indoors one time, but there's a light up there, and you can see the actual light runs out round about there. So it's possibly about half full of charge there now, this battery. So when that light's right up to the top, you're good, you've got a full charge. So that's what you want to see every morning. So it's already, even when I've been just talking there, it's picked it up straight away. So I'm going to add that, agree to guidelines, and we're adding it there. There we go. Right, I'll go through and set my Wi-Fi up. There we go. Just, I love that. Do you know what I mean? That just set up straight away. Put my password in, binded it straight away, connected to my Wi-Fi, binded it unit. That's it done now. So I can actually select the space where this is going to go. And well, I'm just going to use home. Next. Style 4. So it's asking us which, all right, so coming soon. Oh, it's got different, you know, like pitched roof, different styles. Right, oh, fab. So I'm just going to choose house style. Let's have a look at that. It's probably like that's style 1. Next. Enter a name. I will do that. So one of my first goals, and it's actually going to be in another video, is to kind of make this somehow semi-permanent. You know, I'm going to put like a bit of weed membrane on the floor, a bit of wood chip and a little bit of wood to surround it, and then fix them just with a hook and eye, just fix these panels to the wall. But today I want to just take one of these panels and hook it up at the front, and then just show, you know, if anyone's just kind of got like a little house, a little system where they can just really have one panel or a couple of panels. Because the great thing about it is EcoFlow make this cable, which is, it's specially designed to go through windows. You know, you can kind of put it through a window and then shut your window, and you know, you don't have to kind of drill holes. So again, that's great if you've got, you know, you're renting property, or you've got like a little balcony and you can't really drill through the wall. Brilliant little bit of kit. Now there's been there's a lot of talk about, you know, our 800 watt regulation and how you know, like adding the panels, it could go over. Now EcoFlow recommend two options. You know, the parallel mode of like connecting your panels together, and this is just done by like a series of where you connect it. Now listen, I'm no expert on this, you know what I mean, it's not my field. I'm just a guy on the internet, so you've got to do your own research as well. And because their units are kind of spread out through your house, you know, they've got this distributed mode as well. So basically, you know, it's spreading the load all around your house with these units that they've got. Right, so I've set it all up. Minutes, literally minutes, really. So there is I mean, it just looks like a speaker, you know, one of these like 1970s kind of retro speakers. I've got it going out through there, and I'll go outside, but you can see the thin cable there going through the window. So it's cloudy now, it's UK, that tree's blocking this way, but it's there, it's connected there, it's got the little window. So I mean, if you wanted to, you by all means you could, you know, like drill a hole through the wall and tuck it away nice and tidy. But up there on a little balcony, you could put a little one, do you know what I mean, constantly just dragging in that solar power and charging your units. So if you can see in the app there now, there's the wattage, and that's what it's not much, I'm not throwing in much. Basically it's a cloudy day there, but it all works in this app. And then this app, like I say, coupled with the smart meter and the smart plugs, it'll work out when that battery's full, to utilize power around the house. So I've been charging this up with this not often seen sun there. This is, I think it was about 3 hours on one of them big ones. It was getting lots of sun. Let's just have a look. I'll just get this up and running on my phone. 100% there. Can you see? 1 second, it says 0 less. There we go. 100% battery in this. Like, Germany's had this product, you know what I mean? They're kind of utilising this. And again, especially for places where it's a bit awkward, you know, I'd love to put this as, that's an east side wall there, 2 of them panels on there, just, and yeah, to be honest, you forget about the sun coming and it ticking over, and it ticks over in, you know, like in cloudy days as well. So, like I say, if it's good enough for Germany, get it over here. Do you know what I mean? But what I want to do is I want to try it with, because it's got a couple of plugs there, you know what I mean? So what I want to do is just kind of have a little bash now at trying it with my coffee maker, and let's say the dishwasher as well, 2 big heavy appliances. There we go. Real world setup there. Yes, I know I've got it just in situ, you know what I mean? Once I get it all kind of set up properly. But so I'll show you what's going on. This one here, because I bought it from Poland, the European, I've got my coffee machine in there. This plug there is the dishwasher, which I'll put on, and then this is the power adapter that's kind of going. You do need to have that connected to the power for it to kind of work. Yes, I know I've got 100% charge, but it needs to know there's a current going through. So this thing just kind of eats, but oh man, right, wait on as well. Let's see if it'll take the dishwasher. There we go, set it. Have I got a tablet in? Wait on. Get a tablet in there. Don't want to show you the dirty dishes. There. So like 2 of me big hungry appliances there now is running on cheap power. Like free power. That's nice. That's nice. That keeps everyone happy. So like I mentioned, this will be like a series of videos I want to do. This is just kind of showing you the basics and how you can just straight away get power into your house simply by plugging it into the socket. Again, I want to make this like a little kind of semi-permanent and get all that sun into the house most days. So there's more videos coming. A big thank you to EcoFlow for setting this up for us, and I hope you enjoyed it. Do subscribe for more of them that's coming in the future. Look after yourself. Take good care.